Hey, Crown Publishing content followers, viewers, supporters, listeners, and supporters. I think I said supporters already. That must mean I double love you, supporters. Okay. Thank you for tuning into another uh, video with the Crown Publishing content YouTube channel family where publishing and marketing content finally meet. If you're new to our channel, welcome 1,000 times. We encourage and welcome you to remember to hit that subscribe bell so that you remain notified and in the loop of all future live streams, interviews, and podcast topics on various stories. Okay, some of these are real. Most of the ones I are real stories because we like to see what we can learn from real stories. And the couple of the week chosen by the Crown Publishing Content YouTube channel family today. I'm Arthur Tedasheri, by the way. I'm the host most times of the Crown Publishing Content channel, or the publication services coordinator who sets up the live interviews or spelling bees, whatever we have going on, poetry contests. So you don't want to miss these things. That's our website at the bottom of the screen. If you want to learn more about our mission outside of YouTube to support independent authors, entrepreneurs, and freelancers just like you in 2024. Without further ado, let's jump into the topic. If you also would like to become a donor or contributor, that is the Cash App that is now streaming across the bottom of the screen. The couple of the week chosen is Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty. I don't have my special effects on the video stream like I usually would, but this would have been a great time to have the audience laugh because this is the couple chosen. And we, just us as the commoners, but also the Barb's fans have begun to wonder about Barb, about the Barb Queen, okay? Because people are saying, look, at this point, they tried to say, we've seen this pattern. We've seen this pattern before. They tried to say this with one of the Tia Tamara sisters in her recent divorce. Uh, I know she came to mind, but it was somebody else here recently. Keke Palmer, for example. She's another good example. When it's this specific thing that they're saying about the guy, because when people think about Kenneth Petty, I'm just here to give my reaction, expressions, opinions, and viewpoint on this topic really quick. But people are more like disdain and dislike for him because of other like allegations or whatever that was brought up. Because you can't be the Barb's, you can't be the Nicki Minaj and get married and think that people are not going to look off into. They want to know everything. They want to know the specs of your new guy, of your new husband. Why? Because you are the Nicki Minaj. What man dared, if anything, what man dared to step to you and say, I'll take your hand in marriage? Not in a bad way, but this is how the fans and your supporters, if she didn't know, because sometimes you have those on your team. I know celebrities do. That person that you can trust, that you talk to about the things that they do. Maybe a PR or one of the security they trust that they talk to when the spouse is not around, or the manager. Who you got to have somebody around that's going to help to keep you grounded and mellow. You're not going to make all the right decisions as a celebrity. Come on now. This is my opinion. You got to be fair when you look at these things, because those other women I just named, like Keke Palmer, and I think it was Tia that was divorced recently, one of the sister twins. Who was another one? That Olympic star girl. They were saying these are examples of women who get with men who are only with these women supposedly because of what these women have walked into, stepped into, who they are, what's tied to them, what clout comes with saying their names. Yeah, Keke Palmer had to hear the same thing. They were like, who is, because you can't be Keke Palmer, like I said about Nicki Minaj. You cannot be these ladies and be the man that steps up to marry them and not think that the people, not that Keke Palmer's baby dad has married her at this time, but you gave her her first child. So that's close enough to, and just like with Krishan Rock and the rest of them, certain guys, you're going to be looked at because of who she is. You're going to be, there's, because in Kenneth Petty's response, Nicki Minaj, her husband, he'd be like, one of his homeboys tried to speak up for him in the interview. He was just like, he really with her. What they got going on is like a friendship. People wouldn't understand it. That's their friendship first before it's their marriage. Uh, he's really not into the spotlight or fame like everybody think. He don't really do Instagram like people think. And I'm like, okay, that's the part where you just can't miss it. Like, dude, it doesn't matter. People are gonna go look into him, his background, what he does for a living, because we know who Nicki Minaj is. We know who Tia Mowry is. We knew who Kiki Palmer was. These are just some examples. We know who these and that Olympic track star girl. It wasn't track. It was not Shakari Richards. The other girl. What's her name? Hold on, guys. Yeah, but like when you that's just like the fair way to look at it to me. When you're dating one of these type of people, they're gonna look into you. People be so quick to be like, yeah, I want a celebrity man or woman, but yeah, all your business is about to be leaked out because you're now married to them. What you thought you was just gonna be married to them, tied to their money? Not even Aisha Curry got away. Steph Curry's wife. They're gonna look all into you. They're gonna make their judgments. Megan Good went through it with this man she was with, the pastor she was with recently, because they're not married anymore. But one thing about it that people are judging and that is trending news right now is that Nicki Minaj is just simply not yet. She's not easing up on defending the man she loves. So it's crazy. How can you speak for somebody else's conviction? How can you speak for their actions? Or what all he can really do is sit up under her, around her. Whether he really truly loves her or not, we don't know. His buddy on the show was saying so. She has her own personal podcast as well, where she's gonna make mention as much. uh I ain't gonna say as she can, but she does mention this, like, hey, she cusses out people who talks about her husband in any way. We call sorry, my mic kept going in and out. That's what we call defending your man, I guess. So anyways, these allegations, what I meant about the 500,000, he was sued by a security guard from a show they did in Germany years ago. Well, years as in 2019 anyway. So things come back around. Even Nicki Minaj and them see he's got enough. He's been ordered enough that'll help him pay for his surgery and medical costs and some emotional damages. The man really asked for more. And it says Nicki Minaj got mad. I mean, that whatever that night was led to some more. I think I remember hearing about that because she might have threw a shoe or something at somebody. So that's what that 500,000. If anybody sees anything going viral around about that, that's what that is. He was ordered to pay this because he chose to. They say he broke the man jaw, so he broke the security guard jaw. He felt like the man disrespected Nicki Minaj. So talk about ride or die. Some people are not just they these are not just lyrics. So we, I think, as a collective, received her husband as we probably knew he would be some type of gangster somewhere in between, but it's the type of allegations in his background and history that is not sitting well with people, Barb's fans included. Not all of them, They're just like her. They're gonna ride with whatever Nicki Minaj rides with. But artists like these are just true facts, begin to lose followings and things like this just because I'm like, dang, just because of somebody that we, because I mean, she's already put that out there, like, hey, I'm gonna ride to the wheels fall off. I'm gonna be with this man. Shout out to their precious. He's such a cutie pie. Nobody can deny that. He looked just like his dad or whatever. So yeah, as women, we can understand why she probably would want to stay down and I don't want to use the word force, but like try to do the best she can to keep that little old family together or whatever. But when we think of her so highly. I'm not saying me myself, we for the sake of the podcast, we think of her so highly. You would think we seen her with somebody else. That's what made people ask, what does he do? Even myself personally, I just started with the basic research. What does this man do? They Google said we think he's in a few of Nicki Minaj videos. He doesn't like his stuff public. That man did say that. Some people are like that. Why should their information have to be public because of who they're married to is in the limelight, the spotlight, shows and stuff all the time? I think I would prefer to be that type of wife. If I were on that level, I wouldn't want my net worth, all that stuff out there just because I'm married to you, sir. But it depends on who you're with. See, like I say, he's with Nicki Minaj. There's no way any of your business is sliding through the cracks, sir. Like people are going to be on that. You're Nicki Minaj's husband now, so it's like I see the give and take on on both sides. What they would be sacrificing, which is a lot, just to remain together in marriage. But like, I feel like it shouldn't be one sided. Like where people just looking at it like, oh yeah, she can do better. Because like there's even allegations of different stuff in her family and stuff too, like her brother. She just seemed like one of those type. You already coming out trying to tell, be whatever. A victim is a victim. You can't say nothing to her really. What? The girl claims they were intimidating and harassing her, trying to make her change her mind about the report and everything. So that suit was dropped. So lucky Minaj, maybe her fans were all celebrating about that, but that doesn't mean that that person wasn't doing it. I feel like that's when you go too far as a woman. You're a woman. If you are victimized in that way, would you want somebody doing that to you? But it's okay for you to say, oh, I come out and I stand for him and she's lying. I feel like stand and support the people you want to, but when you start telling the victims that they're lying, Beyonce did that too. When it came out, Jay-Z supposedly had other baby moms and things like this from before when he met her. They be so quick to come out in the public media, these celebrity women, and make it a point like they want to make it a point like there was nobody else before them or something, or that the women that could be coming out, because we talked about this on another stream. Once you start making money, you become a target. So there will be people trying to pin babies on you, whatever. The only way you know you're 100% good and you can say that ain't a man baby is if he never slept with her at all. A man giving you your word, that his word that a woman is lying or he don't know. I've never understood that. Like how a woman would just sit there and agree with him. No, if you lay it down with that woman, there is a slight chance you could be the father of the baby. Like just because you become a celebrity doesn't mean you as the woman should walk around uh rejecting, declining. You know what I'm saying? The person you married to kids. But with Nicki Minaj's situation, they have this baby together. So I know she gonna do all she can to keep that together. The world is asking everybody wants to know, will their relationship last overall? If he was ordered to pay $500,000, we know it ain't a problem. He's married to Nicki Minaj, but people are watching. Okay, you staying with him through this process too. $500,000 for lawsuit for breaking somebody's jaw. Yeah, she doesn't plan on leaving her man. Another one we see like that is Cardi B and how she was for her husband. We know that they're separated or something. So My baby having a fit. Anyways, I just be trying to get my little reactions out. That's when my baby want to start cutting up. But anyways, that's why I feel like celebrities be crossing the line. Like just because you're A1 status or whatever now, how you gonna tell another woman she's not a victim or she don't have a kid by your husband if they're because your man could be easily lying to you or whatever. Just like this man here probably done told her, yeah, I didn't do nothing to that girl there. They're just trying to frame me, woo woo woo. Yet, sir, you got picked back up back in 2020 supposedly for not doing your job. When you got out, you get out on probation, parole, whatever. Uh, he was supposed to report as a sex offender. And he chose not to do that. And I guess he thought being at her house or mansion with her security, come on now. I hope that man know it, they showed that with P. Diddy life. They can get through any barricade barrier because Nicki Minaj can't be your wall blockage brick wall forever if you are guilty of whatever that was with that victim. So and then they say he pled guilty. Y'all should just check into the story. We're not just talk because it is a story. It's a story with it, but we're more talking about what she's choosing to. Because if you choose to stay with him, knowing these things, you are choosing to what? Even if she wouldn't want it to look like that, you're choosing to advocate for those type of crimes, and not in a way where you're trying to show that you would like for them to stop. And I think just talking noise to people is how she saying she loves him, whatever. She don't care what they say. That's her way of like detouring the conversation. But that's really what you're doing as a woman. You're all these other young ladies were fans. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just how is that one victim less than suddenly she could have been a fan. But just so happens your husband, Kenneth Petty, you know, brought some type of pain upon her in life. I just feel like her mouth should never be open. Some things for real. If I'm a wife, my husband is being accused of that he did, I'ma shut up because if I wasn't there and you was doing people like that before we met or whatever, this is something I need to hear too. Because I would also realize me staying with you through certain allegate or after learning certain stuff shows like I don't care or that would show for itself. I wouldn't have to tell nobody, oh, I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna be with him. That's gonna show because I would still be with you would still be right there with the person. So anyways, what's y'all opinions and comments? Leave it in the comment section. Nicki Minaj fans have begun to wonder more and for the umpteenth time like what is really uh should we be concerned for her? Not too much. Y'all, she just had a baby with this man. They're married. I feel like she's all right, but there are, in my opinion, and my reaction to this topic, a lot of red flags. Hopefully, he's not beating on her, doing anything else he ain't supposed to be doing. Stuff be coming out later. But I think they're all right. She looks happy. He looks happy. The baby looks happy. What do y'all mean? It's just how she got to go through the judgment part of that. People accusing her of taking care of that man. I mean, if that's what she wants to do with her money, guys, are the people just mad because it ain't them? No, we don't know what it is, but there are women like that in the real world. Not saying that celeb life is not the real world, but there are women that, I mean, there are men that sit back and take care of women, but there are women that sit back and, is she cool with being label one of those? You got to flip your lyrics up and keep continue to. Because I heard Keisha Cole back out there doing shows, and I respect her after the way an NFL player disrespected her recently. But she's not letting this stop her career or none of this. So shout out to Keisha Cole. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. But is Nicki Minaj winning or losing with this guy on her side? Let's be honest with ourselves here. Thank you guys for tuning in to another segment with the Crown Publishing Content YouTube channel family, where publishing and marketing meet. This is just my reaction, my expression, comment, and viewpoint on Nicki Minaj and Kenneth's relationship. They've been knowing each other since high school, since kids, and it says they reconnected. I'm like, y'all just randomly reconnected, huh? After this man get out of prison. Is that something to think about whether you're a celebrity or not? You want that kind of man around? He give you your first baby. What's going on? I mean, so she brings this man around. They still riding. So what can we really say about it if they love one another? So in their opinion, his opinion, it ain't about the money. He's been knowing her, and you got a lot of celebrities. They're with women that they've known since high school. They choose to keep these women in their lives in this way. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's just that she should be quiet. That's my opinion. Anytime unless she's just being supportive with him, quietly support your husband. The rest of the world don't want to hear what you think about the victim, what you think about the situation, because that could happen to any woman. That's my opinion. That could happen to any woman. And then if it was her, would she want somebody trying to quiet her, harass her, stalk her, just so that person husband don't get in trouble? Like, because that's how Nicki Minaj is looking. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. That's the Cash App across the bottom of the screen. You can become a donor or contributor. Support our mission to keep the Power Business Networking alive. And until next time.